Prey director Dan Trachtenberg would love to include Arnold Schwarzenegger in the sequel, which could change the franchise forever. Trachtenberg thinks it would be awesome to have Arnold Schwarzenegger or Danny Glover in Prey 2. Stick around until the end, as we discuss ways Arnold Schwarzenegger can appear in Prey 2 despite a 268-year gap. Prey director Dan Trachtenberg mentioned that there's still time to bring in Predator stars Arnold Schwarzenegger or Danny Glover for any future Prey sequels. When asked about the possibility of including Schwarzenegger in a new movie, despite Prey being set in the 1700s, Trachtenberg shared that while he's still figuring things out, he learned that there was once an attempt to have Arnold in Predators. He added, "All I'll say is there's still time for those guys. They're still around, and wouldn't that be awesome?" Speaking with Variety, Trachtenberg admitted he's still figuring things out and isn't sure how he would bring Schwarzenegger or Glover back for Prey 2. However, the filmmaker is still learning, and now that the idea is in his head, he might start exploring ways to have Schwarzenegger's Major Alan Dutch Schaefer face off with the Predator again. Schwarzenegger starred in the original Predator, released in 1987, but despite several attempts to bring him back into the franchise, he hasn't returned yet. Danny Glover, who played LAPD Lieutenant Mike Harrigan in 1990's Predator 2, might not be as iconic as Schwarzenegger's Dutch, but his return would still be a crowd pleaser. Last year, Prey hit Hulu as an original film. Starring Amber Midthunder as a skilled Comanche warrior, the movie follows her quest to protect her tribe from a cunning alien predator that hunts humans for sport. Battling both the wilderness and dangerous colonizers, she faces off against this mysterious creature to ensure her people's safety. Directed by Dan Trachtenberg and penned by Patrick Asen, Prey marks the fifth installment in the main franchise, excluding the two Alien vs. Predator flicks. It's gained widespread acclaim, with many drawing comparisons to the beloved Schwarzenegger-led original. While we wait to hear more about what's next for Predator and Prey, Dan Trachtenberg has shared that there are exciting conversations happening. "I can't say much right now, but while we were finishing the movie, we had some really exciting talks," he said earlier this month. "The studio, myself, the writer and the producers were brainstorming some wild ideas. No one has stopped thinking about how cool the future could be." With all this out of the way, now let's discuss ways Arnold Schwarzenegger can appear in Prey 2 despite a 268-year gap. Even with the gap between the original Predator and the Prey sequel, there's still a chance Arnold could join the sequel's cast. While the historical setting of Prey might seem to rule out Schwarzenegger's return, there's still hope for fans of the sci-fi action series. One possibility is parallel story timelines, shifting between the past and present, allowing for Schwarzenegger to reprise his role in some capacity. Alternatively, Schwarzenegger could portray an ancestor of his original Predator character, tying the stories together in an unexpected way. Another option could involve all the Predator protagonists being transported to a different setting, akin to Battleworld, where Schwarzenegger's return could be facilitated. So while it may seem like a stretch, there are indeed a few creative avenues through which Schwarzenegger could make a comeback in Prey 2. Firstly, Prey 2 can include a time jump to the present. In Prey 2, there's potential for a time jump to the present, despite starting in the 1700s setting of its predecessor. Imagine this. After being defeated by Naru once again, the Predator retreats into the woods, finding a secluded hiding spot. Then, hundreds of years later, it resurfaces to wreak havoc in the modern world. Cue Schwarzenegger's return to take it down. While time jumps can sometimes disrupt pacing, skilled screenwriters can navigate this challenge and keep the story engaging and coherent. Secondly, Schwarzenegger could portray a Dutch Schaefer ancestor. In Prey 2, there's a chance Schwarzenegger could portray an ancestor of Dutch Schaefer, his iconic Predator character. While having Dutch himself appear might be a stretch, Schwarzenegger could easily slip into the role of one of Dutch's distant ancestors, bearing a striking resemblance to him. It might sound far-fetched, but it's not unprecedented in 80s cinema. Just look at Michael J. Fox playing various generations of McFlys in the Back to the Future trilogy, or Thomas F. Wilson portraying different generations of Tannins. So having Schwarzenegger play his own ancestor isn't as wild as it might seem. Another way is to make Prey 2 a direct sequel to The Predator. Prey 2 could potentially deviate from its 1700 setting and serve as a direct sequel to The Predator. Since Predator 2, none of the subsequent films have brought back Dutch for a rematch with the alien hunters. A sequel to The Predator, featuring Schwarzenegger, could delve into the U.S. government's efforts to control and weaponize the predators, a storyline that would undoubtedly pique Dutch's interest. After all, he'd likely have some strong opinions on the matter. Another way could be through parallel story timelines. In Prey 2, taking inspiration from The Godfather Part 2, or more recently, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the film could cleverly blend sequel and prequel elements with parallel storylines. The same Predator battles Naru in the 1700s at the peak of its prowess, while also facing off against Dutch in the present day as a slower, older adversary. This approach would beautifully juxtapose Naru's youthful agility with Dutch's seasoned bravado. Where Dutch relies on size over finesse, Naru showcases skill over sheer strength. Their contrasting fighting styles could create a fascinating dynamic in this hybrid of prequel and sequel. The next way is my personal favorite, in which the Predators clone Dutch in Prey 2. That's a seriously inventive idea. The Predators' fight with Dutch in the original movie left quite a mess, and with Dutch's DNA in the mix, it's not far-fetched to think that the Predators could use it for some sinister purposes. Imagine if they cloned Dutch, aiming to create a human-predator hybrid killing machine. Schwarzenegger's formidable physique matched up well against the Predator, so it's plausible the Predators would want to harness that power. Casting Arnold as a cold-blooded Dutch clone fighting on the Predator's side would be a totally unexpected twist, adding a whole new layer of intrigue to the franchise. Another possibility for Schwarzenegger's return in Prey 2 could involve the Predators utilizing advanced technology to manipulate time and space. They could create a scenario where characters from different time periods are brought together to face a common threat, allowing for Schwarzenegger's Dutch to join forces with Naru in a futuristic setting. This would provide a fresh and exciting dynamic, showcasing the enduring legacy of Schwarzenegger's character, while introducing innovative storytelling elements to the franchise. Building on the established lore from Predators, Prey 2 could take the concept of the Predator's homeworld as a hunting ground to the next level. Instead of introducing a random group of convicts, the film could gather all the past Predator protagonists together for an epic showdown. Imagine a scenario akin to Predator Endgame, where every hero who has faced off against the Predators clashes with every surviving Predator in a colossal final battle. It would be a culmination of the series' legacy, delivering an action-packed spectacle that fans have been craving. The last way is for Arnold Schwarzenegger to play an entirely different character in Prey 2. Absolutely. Schwarzenegger could make an appearance in Prey 2 without necessarily reprising his role as Dutch or any of Dutch's relatives. Instead, he could portray a completely new character within the Predator universe, existing in the same historical era as Prey. Picture him as a seasoned warrior, offering guidance and mentorship to Naru as they unite forces to confront another predatory threat. It could add depth to Naru's character development and create an intriguing dynamic between them. Given Prey's introduction of other characters like the French voyageurs, it's entirely plausible for Naru to encounter new allies while navigating the jungle in pursuit of the Predator. Well, that's it. Which of these ideas do you think would be the most exciting to see on the big screen? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest news and reviews. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one.